How's it going, everybody? It's SaltyTreecko, and I realized that this is going to be the last video that's going to go up before Christmas, so I decided to make it a little bit Christmassy themed. And in the spirit of Christmas, real quick before the video starts, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been just watching all the videos. It's been like a nice period of like consistent growth, and I really do appreciate that. That really does warm my heart a little bit that people are willing to just like stop by and watch whatever bullshit that I put out onto the internet. I really do appreciate it. So I do want to give just a genuine thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel, whatever way that might be, over the past couple months. I really do appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and if you don't celebrate, I hope you have a Happy Wednesday. So let's get into the tier list. This is going to be a very serious tier list. As you can tell, we got the classic tiers lined up, ranging from cold face emoji, snow emoji, fire emoji, to not cold face, snow emoji, fire emoji. Yeah, as you can tell, this is going to be an incredibly serious tier list. If you're looking for like a more competitively oriented tier list, or just talking about more competitive Pokemon in general, I'll put a card on screen. You could watch one of those videos, or you could watch this video first, whatever. But anyway, we're going to get into it. First off, we got the stupid icy Sandshrews. Yeah, so I'm going to put this in C tier. I left C tier on its own because I think like nothing really portrays like just how mid something is other than giving it C tier. Like, I couldn't name C tier or anything else because C tier is just C tier. Everyone knows what C tier is. It's iconic. And yeah, it's really nothing special. Starting off with a bang. In terms of the Sandslash, I'm gonna put it in the big old thumbs up. I think that the icicles like coming off the back instead of the spikes, I think that was a pretty cool idea. I think the Sandslash definitely inspired the design more than the Sandshrew. The Sandshrew just kind of came along with it. They're like, oh cool, you can have this too, I guess. And then the Sandslash is like the more pinnacle of the design. So yeah, big fan. As you can see, this is less criteria in terms of competitive and more just like whatever the fuck I'm feeling like today. So yeah, that's how this list is going to be. Moving on to Cloyster, I'm going to put Cloyster in the enjoyable tier. I'm not a huge fan of Cloyster. It's a fun Pokemon design-wise. Actually, I'm gonna move it up to big fan because it's a Shell Smasher, and I like Shell Smash Pokemon. It's one of my favorite archetypes of Pokemon because I like heavy offense teams, and they tend to slot into that team style very well. So yeah, I guess that. Also, it looks like a vagina, which is kind of funny. You have to wonder if that was intentional, right? Because like, anyway, moving on, we have Lapras. I'm going to put Lapras into enjoyable too. I feel like I might get some shit for this one, but I'm just not like a huge Lapras fan. Like, it's a nice Pokemon. I certainly enjoy it. It's got a pretty neat design, had a nice role in Mystery Dungeon, which, if you can't tell by my profile picture, I do in fact enjoy that game. So yeah, overall just enjoyable, nothing special, just kind of there. And in terms of its Dynamax form, I'm going to put it in the same tier, just because it really didn't do anything crazy with the design. It's just kind of like itself but bigger, which is the entire Dynamax mechanic in general, and why I fucking hate Dynamax. But in terms of like a Gigantamax, they really didn't go all out with this one. Really the only cool addition they made was like the little particle effect around it for like the music-y icy thing, which is kind of cool, but overall nothing crazy, so going into enjoyable. Next up we have Jinx and Smoochum, which I'm gonna put Jinx in C tier, and I'm gonna put Smoochum in not ice face, ice snow emoji, fire emoji tier. I need to abbreviate this. How are we gonna abbreviate it? It's the East tier, not East. Okay, so Smoochum's going in that. It's just kind of like Jinx but worse, and Jinx is already not a very good Pokemon. Does anyone here like actually like Jinx? Please leave a comment if you're like a big fan of Jinx, or just leave your opinion on Jinx in general. I don't think like anyone is like a huge Jinx fan. Is anyone gonna be advocating for Jinx in the comments? Please let me know. Anyway, moving on, we got Dugong, which is gonna get another solid C tier. It is literally a Dugong. In fact, it doesn't even really look like a Dugong. It just looks like a bigger seal, but then they're like, what's like a different like aquatic animal? And they're like, okay, it's a Dugong. So yeah, C tier. I don't think anyone's going to be offended by this either. Moving on, we have the Vulpix and Ninetales. Vulpix, I'm going to be putting in... Actually, I'm going to put both of these in... I already forgot my abbreviation, in the top tier, because they're pretty amazing designs, let's be real. The Vulpix, very cute, very nice. It's just like a little bit of a cuter version of Vulpix, and it's an icy one, which is, I mean, Vulpix is a great Pokemon, most people love it. Same thing with Ninetales, except I think the Alolan version, that's the name of the region, is even, honestly, a little more elegant, so I'm a big fan of it. Also, I'm a big fan of Veil teams because they're very cheesy, and I like cheese. So yeah, those two are getting the top tier for me. Moving on, next we have Articuno, which I'm going to be putting in a big fan, and Articuno is another pretty well-liked Pokemon. It's a very nice design. The only reason I'm keeping it lower is because every time that I want to, like, actually use this in, like, a match, it always fucking disappoints me. It doesn't matter what tier it is, what generation, this thing has always disappointed me. It's a big piece of shit. Like, they really fucking did Articuno dirty. This Pokemon is ass. I think it's, like, usable in, like, PU and ZU now, in, like, maybe Gen 8, but other than that, like, man. Also, a fun thing about Articuno is that it was actually banned for a period in either Gen 8 or 9, I don't remember which, because its only ability was Snowcloak, which was banned, so that was funny. Moving on, we have Delibird, which, let's be fucking real. Is anyone gonna argue? Is anyone arguing? Everyone, this is the best Pokemon of all time. Moving on, we have we have Swinub, and Piloswine, which I'm debating between the bottom two tiers. I think I'm gonna put them in these two tiers because it's like, it's very uninspired. Like, it's like a rooting pig, which is cool, but like, why is this an ice type? What do either of these Pokemon have to do with ice? If you could name anything that these Pokemon have to do with ice, I will move it up to C tier. Like, Mamoswine makes sense because it's like a mammoth, but these are just fucking pigs. Like, is it an ice type because it has a lot of fur to protect itself from the cold? How does that make it an ice type? I don't get it. Mamoswine is going into S tier, though. Probably the biggest differentiation of evolutions, at least in my opinion. I do not like the pre-evolutions remotely, but Mamoswine, it's a really fun design. It's like, it takes the just big pile design and makes it actually interesting. By making it like a cool woolly mammoth, and also it's one of the most fun Pokemon to use in competitive. So yeah, I'm a big fan, going into the top tier. Moving on, we have two other Pokemon which are very good. I'm going to be putting Sneasel into big fan, and I'm going to be putting Weavile into the top tier. Sneasel's already a pretty cool Pokemon, but then just when it evolves into Weavile, it just kind of levels up entirely. Another one which I don't think will be too contested. I feel like these two Pokemon are very highly regarded, so I'm just going to move on to Snowy Castform. Anyway, now we got Spheal and the rest of its family. I'm going to be putting Spheal into... People really like Spheal. I feel like people never were very vocal about Spheal until recently. Like, this was just kind of like a mainly like passed by Pokemon, and then recently people have been like, this is the fucking peak of Pokemon design, which, to be honest, I am a fan. I don't think it's as cool as any of these guys, but it is a nice round boy, and I do enjoy it. The other two are going to be going into C tier because they're just kind of ugly and like uninspired. They don't really do anything. They're like fine, I guess, but like whatever. Now we're into the Snorunt family, and Snorunt I'm going to be giving a big ol' enjoyable. I'm a fan of Snorunt. I like this guy. He's pretty cool with his like huddling in his little like teepee little coat thing. I think it's pretty cool. Nice Pokemon. Moving on to Glalie. What the fuck is this Pokemon? This has to be one of the ugliest pieces of shit they ever fucking made. It's literally just a big fucking floating ball with a face. God damn, you know what? Fuck you, Glalie. I fucking hate you. Next up, we have Frostlass, which, I'm a big fan. I like Frostlass. It's just kind of like, I don't really see how it can be connected to Snorunt in any way, but it's like, it's a nice little fun ice type. Cool design, cool lore, cool competitive stuff with its like Destiny Bond shenanigans, and like can set up spikes and stuff, Will-O-Wisp. Overall, nice Pokemon, big fan. And then Mega Glalie. I'm gonna put it... How further do I want to put it above Glalie? Because I do like it more than Glalie. Honestly, I enjoy Mega Glalie a lot more than normal Glalie. And it's not too big of a difference, but I feel like it just makes it like such a more inspired design from being like I am a fucking snowball with a face, and now it's got like the cool, like, not only is it just an overall cooler design, but then it's also got like the cool like cracked jaw concept where it's like fucking like cracked open. I think that's pretty cool. Also significantly more interesting competitively, having that refrigerate explosion is very nice. Overall, yeah, I think it's significantly better than the other two. I also like how even the tiers are right now. That pleases my OCD. Wasn't intentional whatsoever, but I am a fan. We go to OBS to fucking make sure that I didn't mess up my dimensions. There we go. Now the Snover family. I'm not sure why Snover is shiny in this picture, but I think it's enjoyable. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's like Abomasnow, but more cute. I'm not a huge fan of Abomasnow, but I think I like it more than all of these guys, so I'm gonna put it in the enjoyable tier. Not the most insane design, but it's fine, I guess. It gets that's the reason why I put this thumbs up here, because I feel like enjoyable, it like gives you sort of like the vibe where it's like, yeah, I enjoy this, but then like the thumbs up, it's like you get the approval, but nothing more. So that's the thumbs up tier. Mega Abomasnow is just kind of fucking ugly. I'm gonna put it in C tier. It doesn't really improve upon Abomasnow's design, and it doesn't really like improve much on its like competitive design either. Like it still has basically the same ability, just better stats. So like fine, I guess it's okay. Regice. Oh boy, Regice. Yeah. Now we have Glaceon, and yeah, I like Glaceon. It isn't my favorite evolution, but it's like every evolution is good, right? Like name an evolution that isn't good. You had 5 seconds. That probably was less than 5 seconds, but you couldn't. Yeah, that's right. I'm debating whether or not I want to put it in one of these tiers. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Leave down in the comments below. Where do you think we should put Glaceon? I think I'm gonna put it in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the top tier. I really like Glaceon. Moving on to Rotom Fridge or Frost, whatever you want to call it. It's a fucking fridge, okay? This is gonna sound weird, but I'm actually a really big fan of the Rotom appliances, even though like it's just like a fucking fridge with a face. I think that's hilarious, and I think that's deserving of getting the big fan tier for me. Good job, Rotom. Arceus Ice. I don't know why that's on this list. We're gonna put it there. Amora and Aurorus. Amora I'm gonna put into enjoyable. Aurorus I'm gonna put into, yeah, I think in top tier. Like that's just such a cool fucking design. I'm gonna put this here actually. I'm a big fan of Amora as well. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Pretty cool competitive. It's got some nice pairing of icy abilities with Snow Warning and then Refrigerate. Could do a variety of different things. Pretty fun. Very nice, elegant design. Big fan. Moving on, we have another one which I don't know why is shiny, Bergmite. You know what? Bergmite is cute. I kind of like Bergmite. I don't like whatever the fuck these things are. Yeah, no, they were not fucking cooking with those. Next up we have, I think a similar situation, but slightly different. I'm going to put, I don't mind Vanillite. It's perfectly fine. Definitely far from my favorite inanimate object Pokemon. And then, yeah, no, I'm not fucking with this one. I'm gonna move these up actually. I kind of like these. It's just this one is super fucking ugly and weird, and I don't like it. Moving on, we have Cubchoo and Beartick. Cubchoo, pretty cute. I'm a fan. Got like the cute little snot droplet, which I don't think I would have ever said is cute in my life. But yeah, nice, cute little cub. I don't know why it's like a different art style than all the other ones. I didn't make this tier list. I just found it on Tier Maker. You think I was gonna put in the effort to make my own tier list? How long have you been on this fucking channel? Now we got Beartick. What are you gonna do about a well-played Beartick? What do you have for a well-played Beartick? Thank you, PokeMMD. Moving on to Cryogonal, yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Once again, it's not my favorite inanimate object Pokemon, but I don't hate it as much as these ones. Actually, no, I do. Moving on to the Garmanitans, Garumaka is perfectly fine, I guess. Galarian Darmanitan, I'm a big fan. Same thing with, honestly, Zenmode's design is fucking awesome. I really like Zenmode's design. So I think that's how it's gonna be going. Like, the flame is like the carrot of the nose of the snowman, and like the melty smile, and like the devious face. That's fucking awesome. They were fucking going crazy when they made that design. The normal Darmanitan, I like it. Big fan. Moving on to, oh dude, come on. Come on, you can't tell me. You cannot tell me that these are not some of the best design legendaries. Say that to my fucking, look me in the fucking eyes and tell me that these are not one of the best fucking sets of legendary Pokemon. You can't do it. You can't do it. Look me in the eyes. I don't have my camera on, but look me in the fucking eyes right now. Anyway, after that awkward silence, we're gonna be going on to, Crabominable. Some people really hate Crabominable. I think it's a little funny, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. I also like using it competitively because it's like one of the funny, like, I have a large attack and I'm going to use a Choice Band move on you Pokemon, which I, personally, that is an archetype which I do enjoy. So good job, Crabrawler. You've avoided the not emoji tier. Moving on, we have the Ice-Cues. Ice-Cue is... I think it's enjoyable. I think it's cute. Yeah, they're fine, I guess. Oh, we're expanding, we're crossing the fucking beams. Time to adjust my dimensions. Boop. There we go, perfect. Yeah, they're cool. I like the design idea, even though it didn't really end up working out in terms of, like, competitive. It's a unique idea, even if it didn't actually live up to standards. Moving on to Snom. I don't know why people fucking like this Pokemon so much. Well, no, like, I do get it. I understand, but I don't agree, so I'm gonna be putting it in C tier. Why can't I remember your name? This guy's name, which I don't actually remember, I'm gonna put into enjoyable, because, like, it's fine. I like it. It's pretty cool. I'm still trying to remember its name. I can't do it. It's like a Quiver Dancer, it's got big special attack, it has literally no coverage moves. It's perfectly fine. No, now we got the fucking Abominations, which I'm gonna be putting in C tier. Oh my god, my dimensions. Oh, dear fucking Neptune. Okay, is that fitting on the screen? Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna put them both into C tier. I don't hate these Pokemon as much as other people, because I think they're, like, derpy, and I kind of like derpy Pokemon a little bit. Yeah, they're fine. They're definitely the less cool, like, fossil amalgamations. I don't know what their official name is. They're the less cool versions of them, but I think they're fine still. Moving on to Mr. Mime and Mr. Rhyme. Let's see. I'm just putting them there so I can see them. My brother is a huge fan of these Pokemon. I think he would, I think he'd be disappointed in me for keeping them just an enjoyable, but I think I'm gonna leave them there. They're perfectly fine, like I said. They're just like Mr. Mime. It's like a slightly less creepy, but less interesting Mr. Mime, so some people might enjoy that. But I'm not a huge Mr. Rhyme fan. I kind of like this version better. Yeah, they're fine, in my opinion at least. Now we got the horses. I think just the horse I'm gonna put into... do I like it as much as those Pokemon? Do I like it? I like it more than these Pokemon, but I don't like it as much as these. I think I'm gonna keep it there. It's a pretty cool design, I guess. It's got like the main ice, the tail ice. It's fine. But this one, oh fuck. Okay, we're living another day. This one I think is really cool. Having the Calyrex on the back I think is very nice. I think it's a good addition to the design, although it does make it feel very un-Pokemon-y, which is kind of why I have it in this tier, and definitely not for the reason that it would spill out over the rest of the screen. I don't really like either of those Pokemon. Yeah, actually, no, these guys kind of fucking suck. I'm gonna keep them down there. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. Moving on, we have these three. Once again, just moving them on screen so you can see them. Baxcalibur. I think Baxcalibur is an enjoyable design. It is kind of fucking fugly, but I think it's still cool in its own way. It's also one of the coolest competitive Pokemon. that they've ever made. I think Arctibax is another pretty cool looking design. This one I'm not a fan of, so I'm gonna leave it there. Next up, we've got, Iron Bundle. Jesus fucking Christ, of course it's an S tier. You know what? Fuck it, I don't care about the dimensions, it's going in S tier. This is a very amazing and high production quality video. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's gonna be the final tier list. In terms of this, oh yeah, I need to like talk about these Pokemon. Iron Bundle, they did not have to make Iron Bundle. Some people are like, oh, they need to buff all these old shitty dirt Pokemon, but it's like, no, that's the point of them. The point is that they don't do anything, but they're fucking stupid, and the fact that they're stupid is awesome. But I don't know why they had to make Iron Bundle, but the fact that they took one of the weakest Pokemon of all time and turned it into a fucking beast, I think is absolutely amazing. They need to do that more often. And then, man, this is genuinely Gen Pao. I am not a big fan of almost any of the Gen 9 designs other than Iron Bundle, but this one, dude, these guys fucking hit. This one in Gen Pao and Chi Yu, damn, they fucking cooked with those two. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. And Screen will have more like competitive oriented videos if you want to like watch those, but this was just meant to be like a little silly Christmas video. So if you enjoyed, just thanks for stopping by. And I hope everyone has a good Christmas. Thanks for watching.